in this league, and you look at the coaches in this league that have been in this league, that have had the experience they've had in this league. So it's very impressive when you look at that. So, but you know, all the teams that finished up top last year, you know, they'll be back, and there are some teams that didn't finish as high, the middle and the Troy, that normally are at the top, and you know they're not going to be down for long either.
Could this be one of the stronger years for the league across the board when you start thinking the Apple's back, the Coach's back? You've got a lot of teams with a lot of experienced and solid players. Do you think this could be one of the better years?
You know, I think so. I think our fans are going to see exciting games week in and week out. And if you watched us play last year, to be honest with you, it was way too exciting. But I think you're going to see a lot of exciting games because, like you said, there's a lot of talent in this league. A lot of exciting players, and that leads to big plays and points put on the board. So I think you're going to see some exciting games.
Considering how you guys did at home, and like you talked about the strength of the conference, how important is it to have Arkansas State, FIU, Western Kentucky on the show?
Well, that's extremely important. You know, and we put so much emphasis on winning at home, and then to have the three top teams from last year coming into Cajun Field. Hopefully it's going to be a huge advantage. I've already challenged our fans, you know, and I told our fans when I first got there, they can help us make Cajun Field. We want to make it the toughest place to play in the country, and so far we're undefeated at home, and that will continue to be our goal.
Cajun Field, talk a little bit about that home advantage.
Well, you know, like I told our fans, it's not a home advantage unless our fans are there. And last year we led the nation in the most fan increase from one season to the next with 15,000. And so when you're averaging right at 29, 30,000 for every home football game, that gives you a huge advantage because obviously in the Sun Belt that's pretty strong. And obviously that's the best. So we've got to make that continue to make that a big advantage.
Every game's important, but in your mind, who's your arch rival?
Well, our most important game of the year is we've already got it circled. It's Lamar. And because it's the first game and it's the next game, and Tim, I tell you, we talk about the next game. And you know, to me, every team in our conference is somewhat of a rival. You know, we've got great history with all the teams in the conference, and so every week is a big game, no matter who you play.
Coach, look at the trends in college ball, great offense, how they last year, two great defensive teams. Look at the Sun Belt. Would you rather have
You know, I'm a little bit old school, but I'm a little bit, I would say maybe new age too. My old school and myself would say I want to have the best defense, the new school and me want to say, hey, we want to try to outscore people. But when at the end of the day, you've got to have a great defense to make it win.
First year,
And so hopefully we'll always continue to be the best defensive team we can be. And we have to be much better than we were last year. Last year we did have to try to outscore people.
Coach, you talk about the talent that's in here from the player side. If you look at the coaches that have come into the league yourself, obviously last year, you know, being rumored for some jobs moving on, Coach Freeze leaving A-State, but who comes into the conference from a coaching perspective, Carl Pelini, and I guess Malzahn, is this a conference with some of the probably best young coaches coming into this league, or best talent coming into this league?
You know, I think obviously this conference and the teams in the area in the Southeast United States, there's a lot of coaches that want to coach in the Southeast United States. That's football's important, and I think that's what attracted so many coaches to this league, even players. And now with the 25 limit, scholarship limit across the board, other conferences such as the SECs, they're not oversigning. So if you think about every SEC team, normally oversigns 3. So now that's that many great players left out there for the Sun Belt Conference and other conferences, Conference USA. And so now I think the talent is spread a little more evenly. And but like I said, this is a great coaches league. If you look at the coaches that have been in this league, and we've got a lot of great new coaches in the league. So I think that's one thing that you can say about this conference.
So kind of been up
Well, I think that says a lot about our conference. I think it says a lot about our programs in this conference. And now, see, we're getting our name out there way more since we're playing more on TV, more on ESPN. We've had two years in a row with 3 teams or more going to bowl games. And so the exposure of the Sun Belt is really just now getting out there, and these athletic directors and people across the country are starting to say, hey, they play a great brand of football in the Sun Belt Conference.
You talked about the league formation and fan increase, and everybody else was like, the football's everything, and even as you kept winning, you saw that, but now that the season was said and done, what can you say about the changes you saw in the offseason? Fans sort of jumping on and for everybody?
Well, I know when I first arrived at Lafayette, I'd ride through town and didn't see a whole lot of UL stuff. And now you ride through town and it's UL bumper stickers, UL flags. Season tickets have gone through the ceiling, and now we've even increased our Raging Cajun Athletic Fund parking and memberships. And so I just think the entire excitement has pushed our program's excitement, hopefully, to a whole new level. And I think it's going to carry over to our crowds this year. I've been told our fans, anything less than 35,000 a game, I'll be terribly disappointed.
One more question, then we're going to switch tables here.
I know that you mentioned the things that you want to do, your plans and everything, but the projects that you have on tap, just for, in the foreseeable future, with so many fans coming on board, can you talk about that? Anything that's
Well, we're going to unveil a new facility master plan. I think it's going to be unveiled in October, and it is an athletic plan for enhanced facilities. And I think once completed, I think we'll have some of the best facilities in the country. But right now, we're just in the planning stages, and they're going to unveil just the master plan for the future, hopefully sometime in October. So we're excited about that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.